Hello class, I hope you guys are having a good week so far. For this week's discussion, I have chosen to talk about Georgia O'Keeffe's Jack in the Pulpit, number 5. It is on page 16 if you want to, on the textbook if you want to take a better look at it. It was created in 1930 and it uses oil paint as the medium and canvas as the support. It is a 48 by 30 inch painting, so that's about 4 feet tall, which is a decent size painting. It kind of takes up a lot of your visual field. At first glance, the first things I noticed are the bright green and brown red colors used throughout the painting. The white and gray that kind of dissect the painting down the middle, I think are used in a subordinate manner to create more emphasis on this foreground here. These greens, the red in this area right here, it's kind of like a focal point, as well as the culmination of all the curves of the shapes, of the organic shapes found here. And they accentuate and depict the subject matter, which is a type of flower, pretty well. These same shapes and curved lines also serve to create directionality. The way that you would find a flower or trees, leaves swaying in the wind and nature. The same way this painting guides our eyes through the use of these curved lines in this swaying motion, creating that sense of organic movement. I think the equal use of red and green throughout the painting, as well as the repetitive use of these curved shapes, for example, this area right here, the curves here and across, especially in this area here, culminating at the top, they serve to create unity and asymmetrical balance across all the elements of the painting. There's a lot of emphasis created by the use of these dark colors here on the bright greens and the bright reds. Makes them pop out more with that black subordination, right? In the painting, we see very bright pigments and then these beautiful like shades of color, these gradients. You can see it go from light to dark, similar here, especially in these areas. These are all classic characteristics of oil paintings. As the name states, oil paints use oil as a binder, which is the substance that holds the pigments together. And then it uses turpentine as the vehicle or as the spreading agent. Oil-based paints take a long time to dry. And this gives artists enough time to create the beautiful gradients that you can see in this painting here. So because they don't have to work really quickly, they have a lot of time to blend and make changes to the painting as they're painting it on the spot. And then the natural shiny look of the oil, along with the ability of oil paint to be applied in thin, transparent layers, creates this brightness and translucency that you see in this painting, especially in the areas up here and down here. These key elements of the painting would not be achievable if the artist used a different medium. For example, acrylics and watercolors, they dry way too quickly to be able to create these kinds of gradients. And so the artist would have to use other techniques to create the same visual effect. So yeah, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day.